What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and ever since the release of Cyberpunk 2077, people have been asking when is it going to be fixed, because let's face it, the launch was an absolute disaster. This game never should have been out in the state that it was, regardless if we're talking about PC or console. There were so many features that they told us it would have that ended up getting cut. Well, we have some pretty big news if you're one of those people that for the past 4 months has been playing this game with CD Projekt Red's promise that it will get fixed. Patch 1.2 is fixing hundreds of things that, to be fair, should have been fixed before the game even launched. But again, it is finally here, as well as some news. We got some leaks about potential DLCs for Cyberpunk going forward, again, including things that were originally intended to be in the game when it launched. Cyberpunk 2077's latest patch fixes hundreds of bugs. The update is available now. CD Projekt Red released an update for Cyberpunk 2077 with hundreds of bug fixes. Patch 1.2, a 34 gigabyte or more download depending on platform, is live on PC and consoles, with the Stadia update coming later this week for the 5 people that are still playing this on Google Stadia. However, it does sound like Google Stadia had much better performance than the PlayStation or the Xbox versions of this game. Fixes range from quality of life improvements to game crashing bugs, including improvements to vehicles, police forces, NPC behavior, quests, and much more. And one of the major things that is coming in this fix is the police. Instead of spawning, like literally right on top of you within your field of vision, the police are going to spawn like a block away and come running towards you to more adequately simulate an actual police force. It still is not nearly enough. It still is not where it should be. The AI in this game is an absolute fucking joke. However, we do have to give CD Projekt Red credit for coming through and giving us patch 1.2. Now, this is an entire list of the changes. Let me just scroll through these so you know when I say hundreds of fixes, it is literally hundreds of fixes. It is insane the amount of things that are wrong with this game and the amount of things that still need to be fixed. But I did want to go over the major sections of this. Gameplay, right? A lot of patches that just fix gameplay in general. Gameplay. Quests, a lot of things that fix quests. A lot of things in particular that are like, wow, this quest kept getting stuck here on this point in time. They're fixing a lot of those issues now. A lot of quest problems. Open world, things where you're just falling through the world for no reason. Things where you get stuck on this place or that place in particular. Again, basic things that should have been done well before this game was even released. Cinematic design. A lot of fixes for cinematic design. Environment and levels, graphics, audio, and animation. I like this one. Fixed NPCs moving after being killed. I like that one. UI, and there is a big problem with UI in particular, especially things just freezing on your display that you can't get rid of even though you're not talking to that person, multiple people calling and talking to you at the same time. I think some of these have been fixed, but I'm sure there's still a lot more. Stability and performance, miscellaneous, and then some PC specific and some console specific. So you can go and find that at cyberpunk.net/news, I believe, if you want to go and see if the bugs you've been encountering are still a problem. But I also wanted to talk about this massive leak that we've had. Leaks are not something new in regards to CD Projekt Red. In fact, we get a lot of leaks out of CD Projekt Red. This one specifically comes from the Epic Game Store, and someone was messing around behind the scenes of the Epic Game Store, and they realized that they kind of have access to all of these plans for Cyberpunk DLC going forward. Cyberpunk 2077 leak reportedly reveals 10 upcoming DLCs. A total of 10 DLCs have been discovered on Cyberpunk 2077's Epic Game Store page. The naming of the DLCs suggests that Cyberpunk 2077 could be getting a lot of missing features like barbershops and more cyberware options. And let me be very clear, when we're talking about all these new DLCs, a lot of them are going to be free. A lot of them seem like they are things that were cut from the original game, like barbershops, right? Like Ripper Doc expansion, Body Shop expansion. All of these things that are basically more of what should be in the world already, but were stripped to the bone to make this game halfway launchable. And that is kind of sad. Let's just be real. It's pathetic that these are the DLCs, the free DLCs that you're getting given by CD Projekt Red when there are things that should have been in the game to begin with. Redditor Prickly Assassin claims he managed to find hidden Cyberpunk 2077 DLC on the Epic Game Store. He explains back in February, Epic Game Store changed the total allocated server capacity for Cyberpunk 2077 from 100 gigs to 500, which is something that's usually done months before the release of new updates or content. Now for the interesting stuff. Redditor also found info regarding these upcoming DLCs. Back in February, there were 18 DLCs listed, but some of them were removed from the store earlier this week, reducing the number to 10. So evidently they had plans for more, now they've removed some of those. Here are the free DLCs. Ripper Docks expansion, Body Shops expansion, Fashion Forward expansion, Gangs of Night City. Now that actually does sound like an expansion with possible more quests and more things like that you could explore, rather than just here's a couple more stores that you can do. Hey, maybe you can actually change your hair mid-game. I don't know. Body of Chrome, Relics of the Dark Future, The Relic, Neck Deep, Night City expansion. Those are the list, and this is the Twitter where I found it as well. Idle Sloth, I highly recommend giving him a follow. He puts out a couple different interesting news things, mostly focus on Xbox, which I don't talk too much about, but every once in a while. And you can see the Reddit post does come from Gaming Leaks right over there, which it's not loading for some reason because Reddit's taking forever. Here it is. Cyberpunk 2077 upcoming content, and it is exactly what we just talked about. So there's a little bit of Cyberpunk news, so if you're one of those people that's still hanging around, still playing this game, I guess some good news, the game's gonna work better, still not up to where it should be, and we have many upcoming DLCs in the future. What do you think about this? Are you still playing Cyberpunk 2077? I'll be honest, I got really tired of it. I got tired of the fact that it was bare bones. It didn't really feel like a city. The AI was just absolute trash. And I really probably stopped playing about 35 hours into it. I haven't gone back since. What do you think? Are you still playing it? Let me know in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.